Oh, Activision. Activision. Or maybe Sledgehammer too. Honestly, this one's a little confusing to me. If you guys can help me down in the comments below, that would be wonderful. But either somebody from Sledgehammer or Activision. Well, I guess if you're from Sledgehammer, you're working for Activision. So either way, somebody created a new skin for Call of Duty Vanguard, a new bundle. And I know we've been talking a lot about these bundles over the last few days, and especially within this last season itself, these Sledgehammer devs or whoever's coming up with these skins and ideas for these bundles that are, by the way, it's $20 each. It's not worth it in the slightest. But one of these devs is really out of ideas. I don't know how else to explain it without sounding like an asshole. One of these devs just has zero creativity, zero passion for whatever they're creating, and God forbid it's multiple devs that are doing this, because it's now the third time in this one season, specifically in like the last 3 weeks, that a specific skin has been plagiarized or else coincidentally, quote unquote, very similar to another piece of artwork that is not related to Call of Duty in the slightest. And actually, here's the thing, is that this third one, the one we have today, there is a tiny speck of a connection to Call of Duty. I want you guys to take a look at this picture right here, okay? And just take a good look at it. Just absorb everything that you're seeing. And now, take a look at this. Yup, I mean... If you say, hey, you know what, it's not that similar, oh, it's kind of a coincidence, I would genuinely assume that you love Bobby Cosby, you love his gooch, you love his sack, and you would do anything to please him. That is what I think of you if you think this is not plagiarism. If you don't think this is an exact copy and paste replica, if you don't think that, you have something wrong with you. I'm sorry. These two skins, these two pieces of artwork, they are too similar for anybody to defend Activision or Sledgehammer. If you're wondering where the original artwork is from, get this. It's from Robert fucking Bowling. If you have no idea who that is, let me give you a quick history lesson, right? Back in the day when the original Modern Warfare series was being developed by the original Infinity Ward team, Robert Bowling was one of the main developers, one of the lead people, one of the names that we know best from that time period. And by the way, this is the good MW series, not this new weird shit that we have nowadays. Yeah, he was one of the developers that worked for the game. He unfortunately stopped working for Infinity Ward, and then later down the line, just recently, he teamed up with Dr. Disrespect to create this one game that's kind of supposed to be competition to Call of Duty. It's called Dead Drop. Now, no matter what you think of the game, personally, from my experience, I don't think that game is touching Call of Duty in the slightest. However, it's Dr. Disrespect, who was also a previous dev for Call of Duty, and Robert Bowling, another dev for Call of Duty, and they're creating their own game, and this happens to be one of the skins in that game, I think. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And now we find ourselves with a skin that looks exactly like his skin in Call of Duty Vanguard. Of all fucking games, by the way. I mean, Robert Bowling even tweeted this himself. At least name it after me. And he's right. I mean, at this point, you're making it so obvious, you might as well just put a tag on it or like an asterisk and just say, this was stolen. This was robbed. We are using somebody else's skin because we are talentless, we are scum, and we have less brain cells than the MW 2019 fans. Now guys, like I said, this isn't the first time this has happened, and in fact, this has happened 3 times now in just a couple of weeks. The first time we saw this was with that weird furry skin by, what was it, Salin? The Loyal Samayed? Yeah, when Activision and Sledgehammer got exposed for that, they chalked it, alright? They scrapped that idea, thankfully. And what's actually really funny is they came out with a statement, and this was just a couple of weeks ago. I never reported on it because I just didn't really care anymore, but I guess we gotta revisit it now. This was a statement from an Activision spokesperson. We have the utmost respect for creativity and content creation. That's gotta be cap. We love the Loyal Samayed, but regrettably, we erred in our process and have removed this imagery from the game. We apologize for the misstep. You don't give a flying fuck, let's be honest. Activision, you guys do not care. Sledgehammer, you definitely don't care. The only reason why you took it down was because Salen probably handed you his fucking scrotum and a lawsuit. You probably felt threatened, so you might have compensated him, or maybe you were just forced to apologize here. Well, that was the first time. And then strike two was with this disgusting anime skin that I talked about a couple of videos ago. And I don't really want to go into this rabbit hole of weird shit, but apparently the anime skin was plagiarized from a hentai VTuber. I don't really know what you call these people. I don't want to get it wrong and I don't want to offend people, but with all due respect, I'd rather not delve into that. But it appears as though one of the Sledgehammer devs was like, let me just search something here on the internet on one of these kid-friendly sites. And I guess they got their skin from some VTuber. That was strike two. And honestly, that might even count as strike three as well because it was just weird. But this latest case of plagiarism is just worse in my opinion because it's Robert Bowling, man. Maybe he didn't leave on good terms with Activision and Infinity Ward. I don't know the entire story, but what was the thought process behind this? And you know what? Maybe it was a coincidence that it happened to be Robert Bowling and Dr. Disrespect, but when you compare the two skins, it's so fucking obvious. And again, I don't know why anybody would even buy this to begin with. This is a World War II game. I've talked about this countless times. This skin simply doesn't belong to begin with. And I know Activision, you're down almost $500 million in revenue than last year. Do you want to know what would have prevented this from ever happening? Activision and Sledgehammer, and you know what? Treyarch and Infinity Ward, you guys should listen to this too. Let's use Sledgehammer, Activision, and Vanguard as an example of what not to do. We could have prevented this entire situation and the last two situations as well had Sledgehammer and Activision just produced a game that was not horse shit. Think about it. If Vanguard was doing well, if it was performing well, if the numbers weren't dog shit, by the way, they're dog shit because the game fucking sucks, then Sledgehammer and Activision would have no need to be pushing out these random bundles. And I can understand a crossover if it's like a deal that you had with the Terminator and Godzilla and shit like that. But what the fuck is this based off of? Why was this created to begin with? Now, combine that with the fact that we have talentless devs and talentless creators, and I'm sorry if I'm offending any creators out there, this shit is not easy, okay? Look, all I do is scream into a microphone. I don't do any of this design shit, okay? I'm not good at it, and I wouldn't attempt it, but if you are good at it, and you're taking time to do it, why the fuck are you wasting your time copying other shit? Create something original, create something that makes sense, and create something that actually fits with World War II and Call of Duty. I'll say this till the end of time. If you want people to buy your bundles, give us a good foundation for a moderately decent game. We're not asking for the world. We're not asking for the #1 highest selling Call of Duty of all time. We know we're not going to get a Black Ops 2 ever again. We're definitely not getting a Black Ops 1, an original MW, MW2, or MW3. We're not getting any of that shit. Okay, we've accepted the fact that we're in the dark ages of COD, receiving dog shit as titles. We're not looking for an A+ tier COD. We're looking for like a C at this point. But you're giving us F- tier CODs, and now you want to force these bundles, which again, they're not even original concepts. And that's how you get yourself into this drama of constantly plagiarizing shit. Now that this has been made public by Robert Bowling, and God knows what would happen if Dr. Disrespect made a big deal out of this. I mean, let's be real. If I'm the Scatmaster to Call of Duty, Dr. Disrespect is like the Scatmaster times a trillion to the fucking internet. I mean, if you so much as fucking fart near Dr. Disrespect, the man's screaming, he's turning tomato red. I don't know what the fuck would happen in a battle between Dr. Disrespect and Robert Bowling and Call of Duty after plagiarizing their artwork. But that's gonna do it for me today, guys. I'm curious to know what you guys think about this. Do you think think this skin was plagiarized, or do you think this is just a mere coincidence? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notifications to stay up to date with my newest videos, and yeah guys, it's been the boy Fooly. Have yourselves a good one. I'm out of here. Toodles.
It's been a very long time since the weekend. It's been a very long time and I'm weak.